I'm Vin.
I'm Sori.
And this is Circus Maximus.
Yep.
Is it a Patreon pick or is it a homie pick?
The Wackator.
Oh, the Wackator! Shout out to the Wackator!
This one you'll probably enjoy. It's live.
Yes, I will. It's live. I've never heard of this band before. What is it? Abyss?
No, Abyss. So
the name of the song is Circus Maximus. For timely topical political commentary, you can hit us up in Middle America with Vin and Sori. By the time of you're watching this, you will have seen
I might be in labor.
that, or more importantly, I shot a video to my daughter.
Oh.
That's
I
on.
don't think that's more
that's on
important
Middle
than my
America.
Delivery though.
Look, my watch. My watch has my daughter on it. So I shot a video for her. So that's up on Middle America. If you want to check that out, if you're a politically inclined individual. There are multiple ways to get your song reviewed. My favorite is the community option. $1 a gig gets you in a Patreon where you then get to get sucked into the bog. Or an alliance, whatever you want to call it. And the alliances are cool because you get to... it really helps, well, it's a community thing, but on top of that, you get to pull your points together. It helps determine a song. Now, if you want to isolate yourself... And I'll let you figure out why I'm using the term isolate. If you want to isolate yourself and you don't want to be in a community or a collective, then you can do the filthy capitalist option that Sori likes to do. 125 gets you straight to the head of the line, and then you get to determine what you want for yourself. That's what Wackator has done.
I don't know why you said isolate.
It's because you don't pay attention. It's because you don't pay attention. This is Abyss Circus Maximus live at PPUSAX.
Mr. Truth,
That drummer's interesting. I mean, the singer's interesting. Brighten up, brighten up, brighten up.
I am
Minister.
Whenever there's like randomly something playing and we don't know what's playing because all we hear is the music coming through our headphones,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, remember the time there was an alarm going off?
I
in the
was
background?
singing though. I'm waiting to flow. I actually,
Who did he sound like?
he
like
sounded like the
lot.
dude from Iron Maiden, bro.
Yes.
I had to Google him. Like maybe this guy is like a thingamajiggy. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe it's another one of their. You know how like Maynard is in like 4 bands.
Oh yeah. Oh.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, but I didn't think it looked like him.
You didn't think he looked like Maynard? Or the dude from Iron Maiden? You mean?
The dude from Iron Maiden.
Oh. Well, I mean, you know, he got a haircut. You know, when this song first started, I was like, oh, I'm not gonna like this song.
Yeah, it was like chaotic-y sounding. I'm like, get it together. I didn't like the sound of it either. It's funny.
Well, sometimes, like, I feel like I can tell a band by the name. Right?
Okay.
Like if it's like Susie wants to go to the dance. Like if you name a band that, like I pretty much, okay, that was 2005, 2008.
Okay.
People were naming their bands shit like that. You know, like if you name your band like Skillet, it's like, okay, I know when they came. They came up in the new metal era. Korn, Limp
Yeah.
Bizkit, Skillet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know,
So what did you think about Abyss?
I thought Abyss was going to be a black metal band. I thought, okay, these guys are going to be extreme metal or they're going to be black metal. But they're not. They're more closer to like Iron Maiden
Yeah.
than
It's
like.
funny. I totally agree with
black
you. If
metal
I was
band.
going to judge it by its name, I would have thought that too.
We should do that. We should like name that band and then like judge what type of next.
Oh my
next time
gosh,
we
we'll
a-
do that on the next one. We
Yeah,
don't
next
know.
time we do a review, we'll be like, all right, this is
Yeah.
whatever.
That's a good idea.
If they're named some Polish or foreign name, I'm always gonna say it they're a black metal band. Magua, black metal. Batushka, black metal.
Like, why are all these black metal? Okay.
Yeah. So Abyss, Circus Maximus. What do you think of the song?
Lyrically, I wasn't watching. I watched a little smidge of it, but I was watching the actual. The band members were singing a lot with it,
Yes. And
even when they didn't have the mic.
They all can sing. You know, that's a good catch, because especially at the beginning. I love when members are singing, because usually there's only one guy that writes the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
So when another band member is singing a song, singing the lyrics that their bandmate wrote, I think that is so cool. Like
Like if they have
I
a
love
mic,
that.
you're like, well, you expect them to sing. But when they don't have a mic and they're still singing it, I
Yeah.
feel like they love it. They love it. They're in it. They're
You know
into
what I
it.
think is corny though?
What?
I think it's corny when when a person who's not the guitarist does the guitar stuff. I think that shit is corny.
You do it in our reviews. You air guitar.
Yeah, but I'm a guitarist.
Oh.
Like
okay.
Like
So you
when
get pass.
when the video comes out, like I'm gonna be on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'll be
okay.
on guitar.
Okay.
So I'm talking about like you're on stage. Like let's say when we start like touring and stuff. Like we're going to, by the way, because I got a friend. He's a drummer in Boston.
Okay.
So he'll stand in for Peter until Peter can come to America. I'm serious. Like we might fly. What's his face out here? He's just finding out. What's his name?
Surprise.
Jay. Might fly him out, put him up in a hotel or whatever to do like a little a show in Boston.
Oh my
But
word.
that's something else.
That would be fun.
I don't know what I'm gonna do for our world famous what do you call it, bassist. Also, we have an exclusive.
Well, then I'm confused because when
We
you
have-
said
we
Jay,
have an
I thought that
excuse-
You were
we have-
talking about the bassist.
No. We're talking Jay, our guitarist. He lives in Arizona.
Oh, Jay.
Our other guy lives in Europe somewhere. He's always texting me like, "Yo, you need to move to Europe, bro."
You see why I thought you were
Too
talking
much-
about him? 'Cause his name was-
Yeah. We also have an exclusive coming from a super group. That's coming down the pike. We've already got that locked up, December 4th. So we need to do some like teasers for it. We'll talk to you about it later. So we've got exclusive coming from a super group, and then we have another exclusive coming from probably one of the biggest bands of all time. So that's coming down the pike. So anyway,
Vin's been busy.
we might do a thingamajiggy.
What?
I'm thinking like 6 to 8 months down the road, you'll already have had the kid.
I'll probably be pregnant again.
You'll be, yeah, it's true. You'll be back on the Olympics. We gotta have a girl. I saw a picture of a girl. SubhanAllah.
Did you see that thing where I said it's all on you?
Yeah, I saw. That's what you always do. You blame me for everything.
No, it's literally you're the one that's the determiner of the sex of the baby, so you can't put that pressure on me.
That's gonna happen in Boston. It's gonna happen in Boston. We gotta have like 3 or 4 songs at least, and then we gotta have another band. Maybe we'll open up for them or whatever. And if they boo us, they boo us. But at least we had the experience.
Yep.
They won't though, because they'll be full of villagers. I looked at the stats.
Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained? Yeah. Okay. So I didn't think I was gonna like the song, but like the song grew on me. I think like I was like, okay, Abyss. Everybody's gonna have long hair. Everybody's gonna be rocking. It's gonna be very dark. You know what I'm saying? And that's not what occurred. That did not occur that way. So I was like, oh man. Because sometimes that happens. Like if I have an expectation or whatever and it doesn't happen, you know. But then, and the crowd wasn't into it. Like the crowd got into it like toward the end.
Yeah.
At the beginning, I was like,
yeah.
But the singing won me over. And the lyrical comment won me over.
Oh, okay.
Lyrical commentary won me over, and the singing won me over. Especially with the whole band, when the whole band did it, because it's very rare. You guys will see if we ever do it. If you get the opportunity to go to our live show. You know, most of these bands make money on the live show. I'm like racking up like a $3,000 bill between Jay and the other guy.
Oh my gosh. Lord help us.
Well, if that's the case, Peter, you might as well just come along. I'll just put everybody.
I mean, why?
Yeah, just put everybody up
why
in a hotel.
the hell not?
Yeah.
I want to know what these lyrics are about.
Can you feel my broken spirit, seeing only visions of how it should have been? Rendering what shaped my existence, wanting a change, but imprisoned by the past. I am lost in my inner forest of conflict. That is such a freaking good line, bro.
That's so funny because as you were reading it, I was like, whoa, and then you were like, yeah. I'm lost in my inner forest of conflict.
Listen,
that is the story of my life the past few years.
Sadat. There are some lines that if you allow them to will change your life.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I'm such a big fan of literature. Because I'm like, okay.
I tried to read to you last
You know,
night.
there could have been like trillions of different ways for God to communicate to people. He did it through literature, right? The Bible. Mm-hmm. So, from that, I've always been like, okay, the written word is the most powerful thing in the world. So, that's why I'm so big on lyrics and stuff. But that line right there...
You know what's interesting?
That line will change your life if you let it. That's a freaking good line, bro.
So if you think about it, some people are like, what the heck is she talking about? So you have like the biggest change. Obviously he brought it through literature, but he also brought it through a person. The person of Jesus Christ.
Right.
So when you think about, and Jesus was like, you know, the exact imprint of the nature of God. Like he was like the image of God. And then God says that we are made in his image. Other people are. So if you think literature is meant to change us, the written word, but then you also think that like other people in your interactions with them are also meant to teach you and show you something.
Right.
Because I'll tell you what, that sometimes is like your biggest lessons on learning in life is how you're interacting with other people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People driving you crazy. People
Big
not
facts.
doing what they're supposed to do. And you're
Big
supposed
facts.
you know, yeah.
Big facts,
Anyway.
big facts. People missing their cues, people not practicing their songs and shit.
Bitches.
So we're gonna be up on stage and like,
Like,
hey, I'm pretty.
I'll do like that white kid did on that rap thing.
Yeah,
I'll
you'll just
spin
start
around.
spinning around and shit. And then I'll be playing like, the fuck you looking at me?
Terrible.
Back to your regular scheduled program.
We're still here. Okay.
You know, a lot of people's like upset is about like what should have happened.
In life?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people who just cannot get over what should have happened, what they should have done. Mm-hmm. This person should have done this and that. I think that's like, I think Calvinism can be very, very destructive. But I think like, there's a lot of stuff where I've been really liberated, where I just be like, that's the way it's supposed to go. You know what I'm saying? Like this whole Vaughn situation, like it was literally a chain reaction of bad decisions that he made. That I was listening to his security. King Von's a rapper who just recently got killed a couple days ago. Chicago rapper, but he got killed in Atlanta over some dumb shit. And, you know, it was it was literally like a few bad decisions, a few irregularities that he. And I talk to you all the time about like irregularities and variables and stuff like that when you travel and shit. That's like a big thing when they go over that when you're going through selection over and over again, and anytime that happens, that's what's gonna happen. Like people gonna get that it. I don't know what it is, and it's a universe, whatever it is, but every single time something. I have never seen those situations not go that way.
Really?
Not once.
Wow.
And it doesn't matter if you're like a very important person or a relatively unknown person. Like, it's just how it is in those types of situations. But anyway, he he made a series of these ridiculous decisions, and then he gets out of the car, and you see on the surveillance video, like he's, and I thought there was a whole thing and what's good and blah blah blah. No, like what you see on the video is him running into the dude, and so he starts putting the screws to the guy, and then this guy, it was really a cowardly thing to do. He comes from the back and just shoots him, like basically almost point blank. But it was, the security guy kept saying it was like 1.5 seconds. Like he got out of the car.
That guy last night on that thing was a security guard?
Yeah.
Oh, his Vaughn's security.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah. He just didn't.
I'll tell you what, those are the best. 100%.
Yeah. It's just when you say security, like I picture like an adult. That kid, he looked like a kid.
He's 29.
He was 29?
He has his own security firm. I mean, the guy, I don't understand.
He looks so young to me.
Oh, yeah. Well,
29? He's not that much younger than I am.
Yeah.
But he looked, I felt like I could be his mom.
No, he
looked like really young. Okay.
Yeah, he has his own security firm.
It's true. Black don't crack, I guess.
Yeah. Guys, that guy, when I was listening to him talk, he was very, very good at his job. But the problem is that you have to tell people what to do. And he's, this particular guy, he's just...
Well, he said normally that Vaughn usually listened to him, but that
he is. His girlfriend shot a video. Him and his girlfriend, she shot a video. She was laughing at him the whole time because they were in some high-class restaurant or whatever. And, like, he was taking the knives and stuff and putting them in his pants and stuff because he didn't have anything on.
Oh, right, yeah.
And, like, he was always sitting... like, when me and you first started going out places and shit, and you were like, what's wrong with you? You're laughing, and you're like...
I'm like, this is next level,
everything is a big joke, blah, blah, blah. Well...
My dad always took the power seat. Like, he always wanted to have his back so he could see the room.
But he was all...
I'm like that, too.
He'd take the knives and shit and whatever. So he was a hyper-vigilant...
You were very serious about it.
He's a hyper-vigilant... Well... He's a hyper-vigilant dude, and he was just off. He was just off that night, and that's the end of it. But the point is like, I know that his security watched that video probably literally 4,000 times probably. Like, that shit plays in your head. Like, what should have happened, what you should have done, where you should have been. There's so many situations in my life where I'm like, it would just kill you. Like, you have got to find a way to just let go of what should have happened. And obviously, from if you believe that you're part of a meta narrative or a story that's been written, there's nothing that can change it. Like.
Yeah, and there's like some people might just look at that as like, well, that's super frustrating. But if you actually embrace that thought process, then everything changes. Like, you feel differently about everything. If
you think there's an ultimate telos to the story, sure. Like, if you think the story is going somewhere.
Yeah.
Because there's fatalism that's basically...
First of all, I gotta back up to the thing you said before. I've actually... Vin is the first, like, alpha male that I've consistently spent time around. So every other person that I around was basically just beta all the time. And so I would always, like, take the power seat. And you were the first person that, like, pushed back on me, and you were like, no, I'm taking the power. Like, you were gonna be the... And, like, I could see by your eyes, like, I was like, whoa, I'm not gonna win on this one.
No.
But anyway...
No, you weren't gonna win.
I'm gonna say so it was funny to me because I'm like, who is this guy and why is this so important to him? But whatever, I understand now.
Well, it's funny.
No, I really don't completely understand.
It's funny, like, his girlfriend, like, she didn't get it either. It was a big joke. It's like, okay. That kid has 3 bodies on him. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
it's like, he's killed people. He lives next door to people he's shot.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? I don't live next door to anybody I've shot, so,
Well, that's
you know, I move a little different. But, yeah, man, he's...
But anyway, yeah, going back to the other thing, yeah, if you have, there was something in my life that was, it was the most frustrating thing in my life for the longest span of time. It was like, it just grated on me so much, and like, oh.
Yeah.
And one day you just said, I mean, do you think that God was trying to teach you something in that? And literally... stuff changed like that for me. Like, I'm not gonna say it went 100% change, but a good 75. Like, it jumped like 75%. It didn't bother me as much anymore. Now I'm like, oh look.
Yeah, but you know, it's like I always call those like Schitt's Creek moments. Like,
What do you mean?
it's just the things that upset people vary based on people's experience.
Yeah.
Let's say it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, you know, the whole what should have happened and things like that, like, if you don't have some sort of mechanism, and like, obviously for us it's the Bible and Jesus and all that. And I think that is the best, most holistic way, obviously. If I didn't, I wouldn't be a Christian.
Yeah.
But I think there's other philosophies and things like that can partially get you there too. You got to have something in your head to where, you know, Patriots have a undefeated season. The game's pretty much wrapped up. Asante Samuel has an interception from Eli Manning, drops it. Next play, Eli Manning is about to get sacked, which is pretty much going to end the game. The refs hold the whistle for an extra second. He throws the ball, and fucking David Tyree, who hasn't caught anything for the entire... catches it at the side of his helmet. Harrison, who's one of the toughest football players of all time, is yanking his arm, and he presses it against his helmet. And it was at that moment where I said, God is against the Patriots.
That was so funny to me when you said that.
I did. I said it. We were right in church watching it. I said, God's against the Patriots. It's over. And I was right. God was against the Patriots. It's a fact. So, I mean, like, you gotta you gotta find a way to reconcile. You know, Brady went on to win, what, 3 or 4 more Super Bowls, right? So, like, I think he got over it. The Seattle, you know, Dorian's team, Seattle, they had remember that time we watched the Super Bowl, like, in that thing, and the guy threw the interception at the last minute? That team never recovered from that. They've never ever recovered from that. So there's some people, like, that's honestly one of the separators of very, very successful people in any context. Because I've been around some pretty high-powered, very, very successful people in a bunch of different fields. And that's one of the main things, is they're able to recover from one of those shoulda, woulda, coulda moments. Much better than everybody else. They're like in the top 5% of that recovery thing. And, you know,
that's interesting. Makes sense, though.
If you're the type of person that cannot recover from should have happened, you're not going to be dead in the water. You're going to be fine. But, like, if you want to be, like, a hyper-successful person, like the top 1% in whatever your field is, you've got to be that type of person. You have to be. If you're not, you're out. So that line was pretty crazy. He talks about, like, a silent fight that has no winner. It is impossible to beat time. So something happened in the past. You're not going to defeat that.
Yeah.
You're not going to build a DeLorean and change that situation.
Right.
Like, it's over. Period. So, I really liked it. It's a good life lesson. Had a really strong line in it. What do you give the song?
Oh, I went with a 9.1.
9.1? I'll give this a solid 9.1. I'm with you. 9.1. Good selection. Shout out to Wackator. And peace to the gods. Vin out.
Sori out.
Down.
Central's